All right, guys, we are back. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in. And yes, I am upbeat for once. I am excited for once about the sport of boxing. Some of you guys know I have been in a funk as of late when it comes to this sport. And that's why I haven't really been making a whole lot of videos when it comes to the sport of boxing. I've just been disillusioned by these fights not being made, these guys talking back and forth a big game, but nothing's happening. These platforms not wanting to play together, all the politics and all the back and forth bickering between the fans over nothing, and nothing's happening in the sport of boxing. And I did not even order the pay-per-view last night. I had other things going on. My mind was elsewhere. But something told me to take a look at the fight. I just peeped the fight just now, just finished watching it. And I gotta say, man, I am excited after watching that performance last night by David Benavidez. Let me congratulate David Benavidez on his win last night over Zurdo Ramirez, improving his record to 32-0. The guy has an 81% KO ratio. Just a spectacular performance last night, guys. Now, I expected him to win last night, but I did not expect for him to do what he did to Zurdo last night. Stopping Zurdo in the sixth round. I would say Zurdo pretty much gave up. He dropped to one knee after this vicious combination that David Benavidez just put on him. It was ugly, man. And there was a lot of that during the fight. He did drop him in the fourth round as well. It started off with a vicious right hand and just another, ugly combination that dropped him right before the bell rang in the fight. And it was just like that all night. And now I will say Zurdo was probably a tailor-made fight for someone like David Benavidez. You guys know he doesn't have a lot of footwork. He's going to stand there. He's going to trade with you. He's kind of slow, doesn't have any head movement. But you got to give David credit for the performance he put on last night, for going up to cruiserweight and fighting a champion and just putting a vicious beat down on Zurdo last night. He cleaned him all the way up, guys. And I was impressed with David. I would say David seems to improve with every fight. He's definitely a student of the game, and my hat goes off to him. And I would say if we're looking for a new face of boxing, I would say he should be high on that list from what he's been able to accomplish. Like I said, he made history last night. Now he's a 3-division champion, of course. The first to ever do it at 168, 175, and cruiserweight. So that's a lot, man. That means a lot. That says a lot about who he is as a fighter. Now, I did see after the fight, he called out Canelo Alvarez. Now, Canelo Alvarez was in attendance, but I think he left before the David fight. And that tells you everything you need to know whether or not Canelo really wants to fight David Benavidez. If he really did, he would have stuck around because he probably knew David would call him out after the fight. And I just think Canelo doesn't feel like he can beat David. He says a lot about David's size, but I really don't think it's the size because we've seen Canelo fight bigger fighters before and win. I think he just feels like it's a bad style matchup with the volume punching, the viciousness. David's just a good fighter, man. He doesn't have the best footwork, but I would say his footwork is better than Canelo Alvarez's. So I think the skill set that he possessed would give Canelo problems. He just has a mean streak. I don't know if Canelo can win that fight. It would be a good fight. I just feel like Canelo's afraid to face David Benavidez for some reason. Now, with that said, David has a lot of options, of course. He can go back down to 175, which he holds a couple of titles there. And he can face, I think he holds a WBA regular title, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and the WBC title, while Bivol holds the other three big titles. So he could fight Bivol for undisputed. Now, I would say the Bivol fight would be a lot different than this fight with Zurdo because we know Bivol is a highly skilled individual, and he was in the ring with Canelo Alvarez, and he knows how to box. He's a pure boxer. So I think that would be a tougher fight for David than a lot of people. They're saying that he would run Bivol over. I'm hearing people saying that, by the way, but I think that would be a tougher fight than the fight with Zurdo, of course. And then there's the puncher, Artur Benavidez at 175. That would be a war, in my opinion. They're going to trade. They're going to trade, and the one who has the better chin is going to win that fight. I hear everyone throwing around Jai Apataya, but I think he's with Zuffa. And I don't know if Zuffa is recognizing the other belts. I'm hearing that he was stripped of the IBF title. He is the Zuffa champion. So I don't know if that fight would come to fruition. We're just going to have to see how this Zuffa thing plays out with the sanctioning bodies and the other platforms. So just stay tuned for that, guys. That's a big mess, in my opinion. But anyway, I just wanted to get my thoughts on that. David Benavidez, the monster. He is the monster. And we'll see what happens with him next. You guys let me know what you think about his performance last night. What do you think about his chances with Canelo? What do you think about his chances with Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol? What do you think he should do next? You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.